How? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the stream. I'm Beth Uola. Hope you guys are good. Another one. What's up, Insanity? Bro, I miss you, dude. I keep thinking, I gotta reach out to Insanity, but then I don't get it done. And dude, I miss you. I want to talk with you. I want to know how you're doing. I want to make sure you're okay. So just know that, okay? I love you, and we should talk. I am actually contemplating just chilling here for a bit and maybe work on the Element 1 Discord for a little bit because there's a couple things I want to add. Life's busy. Holy shit, you started a new job. You started that fucking yesterday, right? Wait, it's Monday today? No, it's Tuesday today. Oh shit, dude. Also, hey Soul, sorry not to ignore you or nothing. Hey man, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So much information in my tiny brain. Oh god. Uh-oh. Not a good time because that shit's always like, you know, you so quickly get like the imposter syndrome where you're like, do I even know how to code? Like, you know, like, do I know am I qualified for this? You know what I mean? Dude, see, I know exactly what's going on. I fucking live the imposter. You shouldn't. You should trust in your capabilities. That's what you should do. Because I know I'm not the only one to see your potential, bro. You got serious attention for detail. And I know in the world of coding, that is like one of the most fucking crucial things to be able to do. Attention to details. Also, Matthew, hello there. I see you in my Discord. You should join the stream. I don't know if I'm gonna play the game or if I'm just gonna start like adding all the tasks. Because that's kind of what I want to do. Oh, I'm so hot right now. It's like my girlfriend turned the heater all the way up or something. I'm gonna put on some music, and then I'm gonna go for it. You got a cold again? Uh-oh. Perfect start, really? Oh, man. Are you saying that ironically, or are you being serious? Element 1. I know we posted a funny picture in here somewhere. I wonder if this will work. That was sarcastic? Oh, man. I'm sorry, brother. Hope things will get better. All right? I gotta do something to this. That's not gonna work, is it? But the new place is really cool so far. We have snacks galore, fruits fridge with an that's super dope, dude. Congrats, that's amazing. You know how much that means in a workplace like that? I'm so happy to hear that, man. Oops. Should probably try and use this instead. Matthew, hey man. I think this might work. Most of the team is mid-20s to early 30s. How wonderful, dude. That really excites me. Oh. All right, there we go. What do I call this? I call it twice in a day? No way. Crazy. I know. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to get a couple of things out of the way because I know there's some stuff that I wanted to do for the Grace on Warfare Discord. Amiru, are you a taskmaster? You completed all the tasks once, didn't you? Because I feel like you should earn the taskmaster role if you. Oh shit! Really? Okay. Yeah. If you completed all the tasks even just once, you definitely should earn the taskmaster role. I think that's fair. Because what taskmasters can do, and let me just show you what they can do. If you go into tasks and you click on this, you get a little, like if you click on the post guidelines thing right here, you get a task description template, right? So you see this and you click on this little button right here, boop, and then you click new post, and then you type out the name of the task, preferably capital letters, right? Then you paste in the little description template, and you select which what's it called, fucking trader it is, right? And then you type it out, then you fill it out, the whole thing out, and once you're done with that, you hit post. Because if taskmasters helped me do that whenever new tasks becomes available or whatever, then we would have our own little personalized task area. That way we never have to go to the internet. We can literally just do this. Like if I just search here, cash, and I hit enter, boom, there's your task. So if you just type in the task name here in our Discord, that would be so sick, dude. Not having to type it anywhere else. I would love that. But I have a feeling that at some point, the barter and the tasks, these two forums is going to become, what's the word? Redundant. Like you're not going to have, there's not going to be a real need for these anymore. Or maybe, wait, really? Insanity? Oh my God. Shit's nice as fuck. Sick, dude. All right, but I need to figure out what it is that I call this. Funny moments, I guess. Not a remarkable though. But it has like no delay when you draw on it. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's really cool. Oh no, I don't remember what the fuck I made the other ones. Whoops. Oh, same thing. 280. 1080. Which it is. All right, sweet. Yeah, let's just call it funny moments. Did I maybe I did throw it in here. Element 1, assets. No. No. I did. Oh well, there you go. I get you. Definitely would help to save to have as many people as possible to help with the task list. Yeah, because there's. I mean, I can do it myself. I don't mind doing it myself. But if people are down and they understand the format and they have a sense of quality, it would be very cool for people to help me with that. Because then if there's a quest that's updated in the next update, I don't have to like you know. Well, I'm gonna go through everything. Like when I do my first playthrough, I'm gonna like jump back and forth in between the two and get shit sorted, you know. I feel like we had other moments people posted about when I died somewhere. I just forgot where it was. I love this song. Yeah, I know. Those should be in there too. No, you know what? I'm gonna stick to that. The hidden missions should not be a part of the task thing. I don't think so. No way. I know I need to go. Oh man, this is gonna be horrible. Oh man. Oh, it's the map genie. I mean, no, because I think they actually have pictures of like, what if I do this? That's really cool. Note. Maybe this should be the... This is so much better, too. Note. This is so much better to do it this way. Coming soon. They didn't do it with all of them. Damn. And this sucks too. But why did they even... They're all identical, so why are they... Yeah, I know this one. It's really cool. I love this thing a lot. But how does it... Come on. I'm confused. Okay. Whoever the fuck made this did a really good job. Yeah, they did a really good job. Is that their Twitter? Look at this. This is super sick. Whoever this guy is, he did a sick fucking job, dude. He's the community leader of GZW. Yeah, no. I'm gonna flex real fast. Where is he? I'm happy about that. I do feel like, however, this is what I need. Yeah, Miro, pretty dope, right? I was so happy when that happened. I was like, yes. He noticed me. The guy that made the game that I love the most in the world noticed me. Yes. I was so fucking cool about that. Did I already do Mets Wanted? I did. And cache retrieval. Also, sorry if you guys don't like this type of music. If you guys want to listen to something else, you can just cue music. By the way, I keep forget to like let you know that's a thing. If you guys don't fuck with what I'm listening to, I totally understand. Feel free to skip the song or something. So First Recon is like the other. Does it even say? Because maybe I want to change the template. Trying to figure out how to do it. Because this is a lot. You know, I want to make it simple and straight to the point. And maybe I don't even want to do this. Maybe I just always want to give people a marker. And in that case, I need the game running so I can figure it out quick. Yeah, fuck it. I got to change the template. So in that case, I need to do... Gallery mode might be cool, actually, for this. Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? Should I keep it like that? That's kind of dope. But I think... no. Wait, I think I know now. If I do... Come on. So that way it would be... Maybe if I did instead. See, I don't know why I'm stressing about shit like this because it makes no sense, and I think a lot of people wouldn't really care as much about it, but I don't know. It's the aesthetic, you know, when people open up an objective and they're like, ooh, I want to read this because of the way it looks. I think it says a lot about a game. Do, 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 do. This is going to be so tedious for me, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth it, you know, like I've advertised it whenever I told people to join this server, I just never actually got it done. You know? I'm going to hop on TeamSpeak, by the way, boys, if you want to talk with me on TeamSpeak. Also, Emiru, I don't know if you're on the Aegis Discord. But in case you are, there's actually a literal guide for how to set this TeamSpeak thing up. So, camera. Okay.
Frogs driving me crazy. Do they ever shut up?
I should genuinely go fucking stand somewhere where I'm not disturbed. My game is lagging so much right now. Okay. Sweet. That works. Okay, so what's next? Ah, fuck, but that's different from all the places. I gotta write it all down then. Oh. What the fuck mission was this again? First recon? I'm being such a lazy ass right now. I don't know why I could not spell that out, because I definitely could have. Okay. So it'll need a little space here, I would say. And then we could do something like, oh, I can't even put that in there. Damn. This needs to be... I gotta do it like that. There's no other way around it. Isn't that how I did it? Oh, of course. I knew that. I think that adds a type of realism. And I think that's very important. I don't want to ruin people's immersion. Like, I want them to figure out where shit is. Because I think it'll be much more fun for everybody, especially people playing the game if they did like this, if they did it like this. So, right. Task. Shit. Oh, fuck. Of course. Right. Oh, fuck. And then it would be... Let's say... Okay. That's 170, 116. That's 171, 118. One 17121. Okay, and then you had maybe if I did it like this. Yeah, that would make more sense, right? Great. Do you call it something else than grid? I feel like there's another word that could be cooler that could be used here. Sector? Ooh. Fuck. Completely different vibe though, but me right now. All right, dude, I'll listen. Fuck. I don't know if that's damn, I guess that's like right on edge here. Is that 204 or 203? What do you guys think? Cuz I think it's more no, it's not. It's definitely 203. Yeah, 203, 203, 163. That works? Ain't no damn way that works. I don't even know who this was for. Who do you do this mission for? Yeah, sound good. All right, brother. Handshake. Okay. If you can do this, that's very cool. So we're gonna do that. That's super sick. If that works. No. Let's do the construction site first. Then the convenience store. Then the gas station. So you said 203, 163. Right. Next up we got, no, this is the convenience store. 201, 163. Oh. 163. Two hundred and sixty. 260. 260. I remember that place, and it's been 13 days since we played together. Oh, really, bro? It's been wait, what? 13? It feels like yesterday. That's insane to me. What the fuck? Dude, we gotta play. Wait, so what the fuck is it here? Dude, yeah, no, it's I know it's tough to get into, but like Wait, 141 163. One four one 162. Well, it's right on the line here, but 143 161. 143 161. Right? Wrong town. Wait, what? No, I already did that. I love that you try to throw a flashbang. That's funny as shit. I already did this. This is at the top. This should be the grid coordinates for the top. Maybe if I did flash cam for real. No, you're all good, bro. I pretty much just typed out objective twice here. Maybe if I did it like this. This quest have its objective location at different place depending on the faction of the player due to the first city being different. You can find the respective guides for each faction below. I mean, shit, insanity. If you're down, oh wait, no, it's a fucking work day for you, bro. Never mind. Never mind, brother. Oh God, go to bed. Yeah, no, go to bed, brother. Go to bed. Holy shit. Oh God, I'm so happy that's not me. Holy smokes. Whoever wrote this wrote it in a really weird way. This quest have its objective location at different places depending on the faction of the player due to the first city being different. Yeah, it has its No, I don't know if it's has. Wait. I gotta put something else on, bro. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. I have a pretty banging headache, too. It's not great. It's not exactly amazeballs tonight, man. Well, it's locations. This quest have its objective locations at different places. I feel like I need to word this myself because they did a really bad job. Depending on the faction you chose upon starting the creating your character, the location for each step in this task varies. See grid sectors below. And I should probably like type these out too. Or should I? I wonder if I can do this anywhere, by the way. Okay, I can't. Check the area around and inside the gas station, the convenience store, and the demolished building. Should be the other way. Inside the demolished building, the convenience store, and the gas station. Depending on the faction you chose upon creating your character, the location for each step in this task varies. I don't know if I'm spelling this the right way. This is what I wanted to avoid. Do I have to do this with every single fucking task? That's so annoying. Okay, well, I'm saying it right. Yeah, yo, dude, sleep's so fucking tight. All right, man. I love you, man. Excited to talk with you soon, all right? Peepus. I don't know if there's any notes, or if there should be. Hell yeah, broski. Oh. Right. I don't know what each town is called. Maybe that's a Nam Tavan. Okay, so we got MSS. Let's just call it. That's it, right? Then we got Fa Lang. Oh. Then we have Kiwi Vongsa. Q Vongsa. Yeah. Something like this. I think this might work. Let's check it out. Okay, so maybe if I did like this. So you got the objective. And then I lock it up so people can't comment on it. This is pretty cool though, the little note here at the bottom. That looks really fucking sweet actually. Grid sectors, objective. Yeah. And then if you need something to bring with you. Note required / acquire items. That's cool. I like it. But that means I need to change this one more. Oh, wait a minute. Can I do this? Does that work? No, it doesn't. Shiesties. Nope. What if I do this? Yeah, I appreciate that. I like it myself. Okay, so objective, blah, 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 grid sectors. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. And do the thing. Bum. Didn't I copy that just before? And then I did. Well, once again, this very much varies depending on what fucking town you like. What? Yeah, it totally varies. What was this again? Cash retrieval. Yeah, it completely varies. Oh, it fucking says it right there, man. But what the fuck did I call this? You need to find and mark the cache in... Okay, well, shit. How did I do it with the others? Then it's LRI, right. Fuck, this is gonna take a minute. Holy shit. I mean, this is so difficult for myself because I want to get everything in here. Fuck my life, dude. And then we remove this. Yeah. It's bad. Didn't beat up, beat up, while you're playing, oh god. Grid sectors. I'm getting beat up trying to fight back to you. Beat up. This is where you put your task information. Put. Sure, fuck it. Right, so that's the I think that's the final template then. Yeah. Fuck. It's gonna take a fucking while, dude. It's kind of worth it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I actually want to fucking do that. Cash retrieval. Find and mark the cash in a warehouse and lumberyard, depending on your faction. Depending on the faction you chose upon creating your character, the location for each step in this task varies. See grid sectors below. Grid sectors. Warehouse, lumberyard. Warehouse, lumberyard. Warehouse, lumberyard. First recon. Wait a minute. Nam Tavan. Maybe not giving them like maybe I should do that. I'm doing this way too detailed, bro. Fuck my life. Do 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 do. Let's do like this. Wait. Okay. That was cash retrieval. Then we got Miss Wanted. I need to stop doing it like this and just do this instead so I can just shut down the whole fucking thing and come right back here. Yo, they didn't do it like that. Oh, they did. Okay, sweet. Guide for, so this was Mithras. Wait, what? Fuck. Alright, so this would be... That would be this building right here, right? So that's 172, 118. And what's the location called? Water Tower. Okay. Two hundred 163. Oh shit. 140 161. It's not working.
Hello there, Daddy Bessuel.
Oi!
Sorry, that one slipped out,
It's okay.
but I know you secretly liked it.
Hey, you don't know about that. Oh. What's up, dude? What's up, man? How you doing? Fuzzy boy? Fuzzy boy? Figgity, figgity, wiggity, fuzzy boy? Figgity, wiggity, fuzzy man, dude? There we go. I'm fixing all the fucking tasks because I really need to get that done. Oh man. And I made a deal with myself that if you want to become a task master, you have to complete. Yeah, you have to complete Big Taskmaster B on the Stream Marino. Yes, correct, dude. Oh. I like this song. Solid choice. Yeah, Taskmaster can only be obtained by playing the game for a very, very long time. Anyone with this role is extremely knowledgeable on anything in relation to Greystone Warfare and have possibly written many task guides and tasks. Okay. Okay, so what's next? Tools of the trade. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter where I start, does it? Who's this for? Handshake. Oh, damn it. Objective. Yeah, right. Sorry. So I feel like every task master should have at least played through the entire game once. Every task. And only then can you become a taskmaster. Objectives: find the crashed helicopter south of the gas station. Hold up. Ah, that's different depending on every fucking town. Oh my god. Nearby structures. Fuck. I'm gonna have to put that there too. I feel like I need to do this with everything. Helicopter. Nice. So this would be doesn't say anywhere. It only says right here. That's kind of cool. Dun, dun. Oh. Let's just call it crashed heli. No, picture of the crashed heli. Fuck it. Oh wait, no, crashed heli. Yeah. House where the crew members are. Crew members' bodies. I'm revealing so much just by doing that. But yo, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just starting, cause you know, I don't like waiting for people. You know me. I don't wait, bro. I do. I do, and I do, and I do. That's all I. That's me. That's what I do. I don't wait. I move. I'm out here moving, dude. We doing. We're doers in this house. Do 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 do. Bow 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 bow. Skippy poop, skippy bop, skippy doopy dee bop, lippy doopy dee skippy dee flippy dee boop. You know what I mean? Skibbity poop, baby shark, doo 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 doo. That's horrible. I'm just leaning over my desk here. I need to recline a bit. Whoa. Why is there a comma there now? That's annoying. Oh my god, that's annoying. You fucker. Fuck my life, dude. Wow, I fucked it up again. Can that really be for real, dog? That means the that this is fucked, and it is. Now it's unfucked. Oh. Do you ever find yourself reclining your chair but leaning forward at the same time? No, I don't. It's either like I always try to do my best to like sit as far back with my ass as I can. Yeah, but it can be a little tedious. Tedious. Wait, now I'm kind of like... I'm a little scared. Wait, so this was what? 7123. Okay. 169, 122. Same thing, okay. Basically folded in half. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Big phony though. Big phonies. Oh, that's just me doing stuff, right? Okay, but it's looking cool. But I am now kind of like, maybe I'm back to where I should probably do the list view instead. Nah, we gotta do the big one. It's cooler. The gallery. We've got to do the gallery, mate. We've got to do it. Yeah, we've got to do it. Oh, big dig scratch right now. Dig scratchies. My head is hurting. So this is now finished. Leave no man behind. What? There's nothing wrong with that. That's where his body is. What? Oh, man. That's gunny, though. Does it say City Hall as well? I wonder if it does. Town Hall. There you go. Mark the location of the body. Of a body. The body is located behind the longhouse exterior at Town Hall. There you go. And again, there's no real fuck. So now I have to figure it out for each fucking location here. 169 118. Oh. 169 118. Okay. 142 163 142 163. Right. Wait, I'm not actually. It is there though. Fatling. I wonder. I mean, okay, 103 161. 103 161. 203 161, right? Sweet. Falling. Wait. I don't really need to put any notes there either. Wait. It's a gunny mission, right? What the fuck did I just start? Fuck. One more mission down, boys. One more mission down. I started something. Fuck. Why? I feel like there's something wrong with this headset. I'm actually starting to like get a little. This guy streams and shit. Likes receiving kisses. Look at my face. It doesn't look like I like receiving kisses. What's wrong with me? Reacting that way. Horrible personality. Oh, guess what I did? Fuzz, guess what I did? I purchased Adobe Substance 3D Painter. Can you believe it, brother? Time to put on my favorite t-shirt. The one that says, I heart blank. I heart stairs. Yeah, it's because I need to make my reel, to be honest. I need to make the livery for my E92. Oh my god. Oh man, my stomach is itchy. Why did you purchase? I don't know. Like it's the same thing. Like I also just purchased fucking Ableton. I want to be legit. I'm tired of not being legit. I want to be legit. I want the updates. I don't want to like, you know, I want everything to just be easy because that way I don't have to fucking do weird shit to make everything work. You know what I mean? Like it's been a horrible thing for me. And since I lost so much shit from my from the last thing that happened to my computer, I'm done. I'm never fucking doing that again. Ever. Yeah, I want everything back the fuck up. Everything. And if I keep having to like find new cracks and whatever, I'm not there for it. And if I get all the updates and all the new features and all that shit too, that's just gonna be great. I have a really fucking bad headache right now. Camera. I'm gonna take you guys on a trip real fast. One sec, boys. Droid cam on. Incredibly expensive for me, even 1 month. Oh, it's like, wait, what? I paid like 150 Danish krona a month. It's nothing. That's on top of my package, by the way, the Adobe package. So I already pay, what, 500 something Danish krona, and then I paid the additional 150 for the, my fucking head, dude. For, 150 for Substance Painter, along with some other 3D programs. They're pretty cool. So I'm satisfied with it. I'm definitely not going to go back anytime soon. But, you know, I need to actually use it too. I can't just like purchase it and then not use it, you know? So I hope to do some stuff on Mint It where I help out with the deliveries. But I actually need your help with something. Because when I make liveries, I need it to make sense too, right? So check this out. I have a E92 M3 with an Ericsson kit on it, an Amuse exhaust system, M2 brake discs on it, and then what I need is like, oh, my head is hurting so bad. Whew. Oh, fuck. I slept horribly tonight. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I need stickers that make sense. Oh. There it is. That's a good one. Whee! Oh, there's no fucking trash. Fucking wait 1 sec. No, I need stickers for it sounded like there came something out. I promise nothing came out. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and stick to what I'm trying to say here. 1 sec here. Come on, what the? There it is. I don't even know where the fuck it went. Oh well. Stickers. I need stickers that make sense in terms of like, because I low-key want to plaster it. The thing is, I want to go German machinery, Japanese styling, right? That's how I want to go about it. So I want to slam it a bit. I want to put on some fucking Gram lights, 57S Pros, or is it S57 Pros or 57 Pro S? I don't remember. And then just, you know, make it like some really pearly, flaky burgundy red, like a really nice red, but that it's got a fuck ton of flakes in it. Like it's, you know, something like that, right? Rear seat delete, bucket seats, drift wheel, pretty much. Hydro brakes. And then with the red, I want to do like either a bunch of, chrome stickers or golden stickers. no tribal, no nothing, just like a bunch of chrome or gold, like chrome gold stickers. I really want to fuck this car up and just offend everybody. That's how I want to do it.
It's dark out here.
Also, sorry for not reading your comments and stuff. I'm gonna go get some pills. My head is hurting so bad, dude. I also really gotta piss. You guys want to watch me piss? I'm kidding. I'm not. That's not happening. Also, I think that's like straight up illegal on Twitch, right? I think. I don't know. I guess if you're not actually seeing it, because you won't be able to hear it either. Because I sit down, piss, and while I piss. That's right. The very manly Bethuel guy sits down when he's pissing. There's a reason for it. It's cleaner. Because I hate... Oh my fucking God. I hate when it's not clean, you know? When it's nasty. I'm not a big guy on nasty. I hate nasty. One sec. Ow! What the hell? Yo, what the fuck? Jord came off. Alright, I'll be right back, boys. Oh, my head, dude. I love how I'm still in the game. How it's not throwing me out of the game. That's pretty cool. God, I love this game. Such a cool game. Sorry, let me read what you guys are saying here. Bro is out of it. Yeah, best check yourself. Amuse and what else? I'm actually not too sure. But I definitely need to start tracing stickers. He likes the feeling. I do love it. Yeah. Like it running down your... Oh my God. Okay, so we can go raise stickers too. Yeah. Piss cam. Piss cam. Fine. Rip to anyone without a sub. Ads during piss cam. He'd be pissing. Oh God. Okay. Which task is next? Let's just put this into perspective real fast. Oh, I got a really good fun one for you. I got a really good one. You're gonna love this, Fuzz. One sec. You're gonna love this, Fuzz. Quick one, but with Droid Cam, do you... Do you can't get audio through it, can you? What the fuck? Say that again? Quick one, but with Droid Cam. You can't get audio through it, can you? Oh, that's what I just did. Right? Droid Cam on. Right? You hear me through here, right? Through the... Because, yeah, you can. Right? See, this is me touching the microphone. Droid Cam off. Yeah. No, you sent audio through Droidcam, but can you get audio from your PC through Droidcam? No, that's not how I do it. I just connect my my AirPods to my computer. It's I bought a motherboard that supports Bluetooth, so that way I'll just hear anything that goes on the computer as long as I'm close. But otherwise, no, I don't hear anything from my computer. All right, so check this out, fuzzy boy. So these are the Gram lights, right? Big fucking deep dish motherfuckers, dude. He modeled that too? The guy's insane. What the fuck? Oh, so gas. Yeah, so... And in here, I did like proper Porsche badged Recaros with Yasho factory harness, dude. How awesome is that? I don't think the Hydro Brakes is any special. Oh, and Sestec steering wheel. So the Sestec is like the odd one out, okay? But I fucking love the Sestec. It's a Momo underneath it. You need an actual steering wheel to get the Sestec working. So it's like it's a really, special car. Very special. But can you see it for you? Can you see it maybe? Like slamming it a little more? Chrome the fuck, like not chrome, sorry. Like red, but very sparkly, like flaky red. Very glossy. It's gonna be hard to get the shading right, but bunch of golden, like chrome gold, like you see it, dude? Like chromed the fuck out wheels, I think it'll look fucking baller, dude. It's gonna be my drift car. It's gonna be my drift car. That's why I like it so much. That's why I was like, I gotta make this shit fucking pop, dude. Monoblock wheels? What do you mean? I don't know what that is. Monoblock wheels? Oh, what? You think so? Single piece? You think so? I don't see it. Did I ever, Oh, I guess I didn't do that on this. Not new window. Oh no! Oh, he made new ones. Oh! This is one of my favorite wheel modelers. He does incredible shit. I might do some shit like this, where the barrel is chrome, but yeah, I like this one too. These ones go fucking hard. What the fuck? Oh, no, he models everything, though, which is a little overdone. Everything. Every little, I think... No way he modeled that, too. Madness. Wow. Those seem new. Oh, I think they are new. Wait, when you say monoblock, what you mean is like the whole rim. It's just one huge machined rim. Is that what you mean? Okay, have you seen the T37 SL original color Potter's lip gunmetal face? Oh, isn't this literally the one? Okay, gotcha. I think I have these on my no VSL, or are these the ones? Maybe they are. There's so much gold and shit in here. Oh, what? Holy shit, dude! He made it all. It's so unnecessary for like Assetto Corsa mods, but it's super dope that he did that. Holy shit! Okay, well, I need to switch this link out. Oh, wait. Remove. Bomb, 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 and bomb. Blender Marketplace. Did he make anything else? Hmm? No. Don't tell me he made all of that. I remember him doing the holy fuck. I mean, it's way too detailed. Looks like a CAD model. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's way too detailed to ever throw, like... But, I mean, it's beautiful. And I wish... That's fucking crazy, dude. Shit. Yeah, I would... I mean, as much as I'd love to throw a card like this in an AC, bro, it'll be hell to run. How many verts are this? Oh, he's got boosty. Oh, shit. I'm not too sure. I need to check with my physics guy to figure that out. Fuzz. Wait, he modeled this? That seems so unnecessary. The fuck? I mean, it looks unreal cool. Oh. Wow. Very, very dope. Fuck, bro. I would love to fucking do this. To actually import this and make something out of it. Jesus Christ. But you can purchase it, it seems. Hypoliink? Just keep going. How much was the $50? Damn. Of course he's fucking Russian, dude. What the fuck? It's always the Russians. They're just so fucking good at this. What the fuck? He's got so many rims I want, bro. It's fucking stupid. Oh my god. But yeah, I do have a half cage in the car. I don't think it's any like specific you know, model, like brand or whatever. Okay, we made it to Lost and Found. Collect and retrieval. Retravial. the fuck? All right, well, this one should be pretty straightforward. Total, it's usually 10 to 11 brands on the side of on the side. Obviously, you can do more or less, but average is that. Well, so what car did I think it was an Aristo. I don't know what to search for here. I'm pretty sure it was an Aristo I saw it on that made me think, oh, that would look so cool on this. Oh, wait, I guess sticker bombed is not really the word I'm looking for. It's like a dark red, like this type of dark almost. The American Drift one or Japan? I have no idea, man. I just saw it and I was like, that's a dope idea. I fuck with that. But, you know, it was something like this. But without the massive, like, Project U, something. Oh, wait, fuck. Yo, wait a minute. Did it always used to look like that? I don't know why I started talking about this, because now my fucking focus is shifting. Oh. I want to end up doing some mintage shit, but I can't do that on stream. I promised. All right. Well, I want to find the car now because I know it exists. I want to find it somewhere here. Oh, Exus. Was it a Vertex Aristo? Vertex, maybe? I'm trying to remember what kit was on it because I think it might have been Vertex, but I'm unsure. Vertex is so common, or I mean, it's not, but it feels like it is, you know. Fuck. Okay, I kind of have a stupid idea because believe it or not, I'm pretty sure I saw somebody recreate this car on CarX. Oy, 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 oy. Vertex made an addition / optional factory option. Interesting. Okay, well, what mission was this? Who was this for? Lab rat. Okay, find Kanoa corpse. Blah blah blah. Collect and recollect. Is that how you spell retrieve? It is, right? Oh, you want me to skip it? I liked it. It was pretty good. Nicholas. Hey Miguel, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing? Welcome. Go to construction shop. This building is in front of the water tower. Oh, you gotta subscribe if you want to queue more than one song at a time. Bravo. The yard of this building is full of brick pallets and construction mats. Check the corpse and take the necklace next to his head with you. Return to base camp and give it to Lab Rat. Find Kanoa's Sinarath corpse, collect and retrieve the necklace on Kanoa, then return to base RTB and give it to right. And there's no notes necessary for this one either, I believe. But we do need the I got kicked. Damn it. Yeah, I got kicked. Okay, well, but that would pretty much be it, right? Now I just need the I don't even know what they would call this. What? Easy anti-cheat action. The fuck? My brother, can I join the server, please? Ow. What? What's going on? Oh, well, I guess I have to restart the game here. Do you want to cue the song? I can do it for you, so there you go. I wonder if they've all... Oh, they haven't been locked. Oh no, did I start something? Damn it. If I can't join now because it's doing this weird thing, easy anti-cheat, whatever the fuck, that would be annoying. The fuck? Oh shit. Oops. Should we go check on the public? Oh, that's what happened. Mister, you're being very loud. What is going on over here? I'm just kidding. Hey, man. How you guys doing? Are you guys just starting out? Oh. Use Z to talk, by the way, if you want to. But I'm guessing you don't. I don't think they can hear me. Hello, my good sirs. Johansson? We know each other, right?
Hello.
Hey, man. I remember adding you as a friend, I think it was. I think so, yeah. It's been a minute. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
little...
I know your name.
Yeah, I know your name too. It's cool that you you advanced a bit level-wise. How far have you made it map-wise? Those guys are being so loud. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm at level 18.
Yeah, 18. Good shit, man. Wait, so I need to think here. Oh, shit. Which should be here, right? Or is it there? Fuck. Well, regardless, it's in 172-119.
Which is a very fun game.
You have no idea how much I agree with you, man. You know what I'm busy doing right now? I'm typing out every single quest in Discord so we have a forum where we keep everything constantly updated whenever they make updates to the quests. It's really nice.
It's funny they have do it like in the real. If you get shot, you need to use medic and everything.
The fuck? What's he trying to do? That was very weird. Yo, jumping guy. Oh well, that was weird. Fuck. 200 and 162. 141161. 141161. 141161. All right, we got a few posts in here now. You guys can't see shit. $2,200 between 2,200 and 500 hours. If they don't understand that, then it's whatever, but find proof of the cult presence in Bampa. This mission can only be done between 2,200 and 500 hours. I like that so much. That's cool. Find an ominous mural, an eerie mural, and a chilling mural, and a disturbing statue. Okay. I need to figure out where the fuck those are. Shit. I know this is one of them. Fuck. And here might be the other. And then there should be something out here too, right? I know there's another one somewhere here, I think it was. And then there's... oh, fuck. I don't remember where the fuck they are. I really hope they fucking labeled it here. Man, they got the fucking map open and everything. Not cool. I got all 4 right. All right. Should I maybe just play the game instead? It's going to take such a long time. I don't want to do this. At least not right now, man. All right. Bow, wow, bow, wow, wow, bow, wow, wow. Just pawn it off to somebody. I wish I could. I really don't want to. I don't want to do that. because I know how long it takes, you know, and I don't want to. Yeah. Man, I don't know what the fuck is up with this spot on my arm, but it really hurts. Like, it's so sore, and it's like really not. It doesn't feel great at all. Oish. If anything, I might actually play some PvP, test it out. I want to get good at it, but I'm also scared that, you know, I need my FPS. I don't think I can really play PvP while I'm streaming. I just don't think it's as doable. You know what I mean? Bum, bum. Hey Ty, what's up, man? I'm just sitting here in my own little world, disappearing off to God knows where. How you doing? What's up, brother? I'm like zoned the fuck out right now. I'm trying to decide whether or not to continue doing what I was just doing for all the tasks that I'm trying to throw into my Discord. So I just have to search for them there, and then I can always update them whenever they make updates to the tasks, or to just play the game. And actually do some PvP, you know. But yeah, I think you might actually like the way that it is now, Ty. I made the Discord in a way so that any faction is welcome and can play together, but the primary idea and lore of Element 1 is MSS. But I think you might like it a lot. Check this out, Ty. Check this out. Join Element 1. Pretty cool. I like that. Zip. I did that for all the different Discords that I've got. Join Aegis Visuals. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, but it gets better. Keep watching. Join our Discord. This is my own personal Discord, everyone. Yeah. Really cool. But thanks, man. There was a Discord link in there and everything. But each Discord is for something specific. The Everyone Discord is like the content Discord. Like, you know, we have a book club. We got a bunch of stuff going on over there. I haven't really launched the book club properly, but I've been definitely wanting to get into it. But let me show you this. I got kicked again. Yeah, I know. Let me show you this. So, oh, I should definitely unfollow these. Now, when you hop into my Discord here, you see how like you can sort through the different traders, Handshake, Gunny, Lab Rat, etc. You can also just go, let's say, cash, right? Boom, cash retrieval, sweet. Then you have like a nice little note or required or acquire item / items or item parentheses items, and then there's like a little bit of information regarding that, where each thing is for each faction and what the objective is. You know. Oh, you did this too? Did you do this? Ooh. Urban exploration, weapon crafting, night ops, scenic views. Then, we'd post, like, we haven't really posted much. We're still a tiny Discord, but yeah. Night ops stuff, weapon crafting. Oh, I love this. This looks so sick, dude. Did a really good job with that Wumble. I also got the barter. I feel like I got the barter down. Because I really fucking took my time and figured this shit out. Icons, everything, bro. Scratch made. Everything scratch made. I even made like a little barter template. So you just copy this. Go in here. Boom. Then you just type out whatever it is, right? Boom. Your Discord? You're still working on it? Is what you're saying? Oh, I also did the call sign stories. And then I made even a little template for people to copy and shit. It's so funny. Yeah. Even though it makes no sense. It makes no real sense. But I thought it was hilarious to do. I think that's pretty much it. Did I do anything else that was cool? I guess I did this. Right. So when you click lore, you can actually, like, everything's redacted and you have to fucking uncheck it all and read it. Bom, bom, bom. Unspoken war. Fire and forget. I still love the fucking emblem I made so fucking much, dude. Rules. Little, rules thing. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, roles, where I explain what each role does. Because we got this, right? We got operatives of element 1. Because element 1 is just 4 people, right? Thank you, Ty. I appreciate that. Element 1 is just 4 people. And those 4 people is a medic, support, breacher, and Overwatch. Also, notice how, like, I tried to incorporate a Roman, what's it called? Fucking a Roman stylistic style to it all. Because Mithras is, it's soldiers for soldiers, right? I made myself way too familiar with all this shit, bro. But yeah, so look at this. So if you go to, and I made allies too. So obviously you got Madfinger Games at the top. Then you have my personal shit, and then everyone. Everyone is what make all these things, right? Because that's me. Like, I make this, and that's like, I don't know. I look at it as like a community company, right? So you can hire me to make things, and then I'll do it. So this is just another project that I made, really. But if you go to channels and roles, you can like switch your what the fuck? Your faction, right? Which private military company are you contracted with? Which is your primary unit role? Like, come on. Which region do you reside in? I fucking love this. It's sick. Made everything. Made all the icons and stuff. It gets better though. Let me show you this. If I go into onboarding and I hit review, I gotta switch this music here. Next, I'm a breacher. Next, I am from Europa. A little bit of rules. Finish. Check this out. So here it says, so like this is me talking, right? I'm one of the unit members. There's no leaders in the unit, by the way. There shouldn't be. That's why I put this here, because I felt like that made sense. Oh, so we're just 4 now. Your name is blank, right? Once we leave this FOB, there's no contact to MSS, no close air support or nothing, except for when we exfil. As we have Raven on standby. There's no team lead. We're expected to figure it out. So I hope you're not a total fucking jackass. Come meet the team. I thought that was so funny, dude. And then yeah. I had so much fun making this thing, bro. It's ridiculous. We tried to do some giveaways too, but not that many people would actually like hop in and participate. 9 people fucking participated for the 100,000. Oh my gosh. But yeah, dude, it's fun. Big funnies. Camera. Been live for 2 hours and it's 1 a.m. I don't know. I want to do things I can't really do on stream. But I also want to play the game, so it's difficult to choose. I want to do PvP stuff, but I don't feel like I got enough frames for PvP. Like, I feel like I might stutter and not be able to take a proper shot at anybody. No fucking way somebody made this. What the fuck? I absolutely need this. Are you dead ass, bro? I fucking need this. That's so sick. That is so fucking cool. What? That's dope. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at you guys. I might as well end the stream. Boys, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to call it a day and just close down the stream. I think that's what it is. Ah, man, my fucking feet are itchy today. Yeah. Yeah. Emiru, are you still here? How far did you make it with your quests? If you're still here? Because, like, if you're making good progress, I might keep the stream alive and we can probably go for a little bit of, like, some quest stuff. I'm guessing you aren't here. Oh, well. Oh, man. I was about to really sneeze then. Boys, thank you for watching, man. All right. Peace, love, and harmony. I was Bethuel. I'm going to call it a day and go do some other stuff. All right, man. I'm out.